The thing that I would like to talk to you about today is a world of possibilities, not limitations. When we got to 10,000 people in consciousness, we created a list of 10 things based on a lot of people's input about what we would like to ask for in the world. If you look around at the reality we've grown up in, it's been primarily about limitation and limited points of view and judgments and separation and unkindness and lack of generosity. All of those are limited points of view. What would a world of possibilities be like? Well, from my sense of a world of possibilities, no possibility would be unavailable, which would mean that nothing that was sticking you, that was making you unhappy right now, that was feeling it was draining the life out of you, none of that would have to stay in existence. It might be there for a little while to get you to look at whatever point of view created it, but then, as if by magic, just by your request and your ask, you could change it. And so there would be this world where we were no longer stuck in the boxes of right and wrong, no longer stuck in the boxes of what we can create and what we can't create, what we can choose and what we can't choose. Everything would become possible to us based on our request. In addition, what would happen is we would actually, in looking out at our world energetically or tapping into our world or reaching into our world energetically, what we would do is we would find those things that were the sources of contribution to us, and they would be drawn to us and us drawn to them as if by magic. If you've ever had where you asked for something and then you met somebody that knew how to deliver that exact something and you're like, whoa, dude, that was awesome. That's what I'm talking about. But what if it didn't just happen sometimes or 1 out of 10,000 requests? What if it happened with every request? Wouldn't that be friggin' amazing? Because the only thing stopping it from happening now is our belief in a world of limitation and our choice to participate in the world from a point of limitation. Because if you look at it, what we've had for as long as I've been alive, at least, probably many lifetimes, what we've had is where you have limitation and you have to go through limitation in order to get to possibility. My sense of what would be available in a world of possibilities is possibilities from the outset. We would start with possibilities and then look at how we could create even greater from there. In other words, this would be what every baby in the world was born with, a total sense of possibilities. And they would never be judged. They would never be made wrong. They would be told and acknowledged for being the gift that they are for being on this planet. They would be acknowledged as being able to help change the world and create greater. And they would be acknowledged as a creative, potent force. See, for me, one of the things that my point of view is, if you're a parent, one of the things that I would ask or suggest or invite you to say to your children from the moment they're in your tummy is, you, sweet child, are a beautiful gift. And I'm so grateful that you are coming to this world because I know that your presence makes it greater. You being here is going to change the world in ways you can't even imagine and create possibilities that other people do not even know exist. I'm so grateful for your presence here, and please know you can do and be anything, and I will be here for you and I will have your back. And I will never judge you a day in your life, but I will always do my best to be there for you. And anytime you need anything, please let me know because I am here, and I always will be. And you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. And have way more fun than you're supposed to. Now that would be what I perceive as possible in a world of possibilities. So if you want to cut out that little piece of audio and play it to yourself, you know, as though somebody really cares about you, like me is saying it to you, that might be kind of cool. Because we all need to hear that. We should have been told that every day from the time we were born. What kind of a different world would it be if we had? That's what I see is possible in a world of possibilities. And from there, so much more. An end to war, an end to suffering, an end to slavery, an end to all the isms, you know, the racism and the sexism, and an end to judgmentism, an end to right and wrong, and instead, what else is possible? This would become the functional question that would run our reality and be the marker of our choices. And the other thing is, rather than people being rewarded for taking from others, for being ungenerous, what would happen is, in a world of possibilities, those who didn't choose possibilities would have far fewer possibilities show up in their life, and before very long they would get the awareness that I better choose possibilities or I'm not going to have very much. What else would be possible if we choose a world of possibilities instead of limitation?